This video has been sponsored by Dr. Phone Restore Social app. 5 cameras, dual apertures, 48 megapixel cameras, even 64 megapixel cameras. Yeah, all that is nice, but you know which is the ultimate camera king? Not these cameras or any other phones, it's the Google camera mod. Hear me out. Hey guys, this is Rupesh from Beebom.com and I've been testing the Google camera mod on a bunch of smartphones here, and I can tell you that the Google camera mod has a great impact on the camera performance on all of these phones out here. Yeah, I have good reason to tell that the ultimate camera king is Gcam. So let's take a look at the phones that we have here. So we have 2 budget phones, the Realme 3 Pro and the Redmi Note 7 Pro, and we have 4 budget flagships, the Asus 6Z which recently launched in India, the OnePlus 7 which is quite popular, the good old Poco F1 and the upcoming Redmi K20 Pro. Okay, so I installed the compatible and the best working Gcam mods on these phones and took them out for a spin. I took photos with the native camera app and the Google camera app in good light, low light and portrait mode to see how much difference does the Google camera mod make. And well, like I said, after this extensive test, I'm sure that the ultimate camera king is Gcam. Okay, so it's time to show you. Now, before I start, I'd suggest you to hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post an awesome new video. Also, make sure to watch this video till the very end because I'll be telling you how you can install the Google camera mod on each of these smartphones out here and any other smartphone that you might have. So let's start with one of these budget flagships. So let's start with the OnePlus 7. So the OnePlus 7 and the OnePlus 7 Pro are great phones, but nobody has been really sold on their cameras. So honestly, I was hoping the Gcam mod would change things, and well, it did. Let's see the daytime photos from the OnePlus 7. So in this comparison, it's clear that the colors in the Gcam photo are a lot more natural and pleasing. The details are similar, so we are not going to zoom in here. But yeah, the colors, the contrast is just better with the Gcam. Even in the next photo, just look at the leaves. The Gcam photo is just more natural, although both photos look pretty stunning. Yeah, I can surprise myself with some great photos. Anyway, in low light, everything is better with Gcam. The details, the colors, the clarity. Let's just zoom in on the leaves here. Yeah, the difference is huge. Even in this photo, the Gcam photo is just a lot better. It's amazing. Lastly, let's see the portrait mode photos, where again the Gcam mod is just brilliant. I mean, if we zoom in on the face here, it's clear which is the better photo, right? Check out another portrait mode comparison. See the difference? Well, the Gcam mode shows that the OnePlus 7 camera sensor is definitely pretty good. All it needs is a good software. Now let's move on to the upcoming flagship killer in India, the Redmi K20 Pro. Yeah, the super hyped Redmi K20 Pro. Now, if you've seen our first impressions video of the Redmi K20 Pro, you might be already aware that I was pretty impressed with the cameras here. So what impact does the Gcam mod make on the Redmi K20 Pro? So daytime photos first. Here the Google camera mod only makes one major difference, and that's on the contrast front. As you can see, the photo from the MIUI camera app looks a bit dull and overexposed when compared to the Gcam photo. The same can be said in this photo as well. I mean, the photo from the native app is nice, but I prefer the Gcam photo. In low light, the photos from both the camera apps are pretty similar when it comes to colors, but the Gcam mod captures slightly brighter photos, which do make a good impact. When it comes to the portrait mode, I like how photos from both the camera apps have similar natural colors, but let's just zoom in on the face. See the difference? I mean, the MIUI camera app has washed out the details while the Gcam mode has preserved it, which makes it look great. It's the same case with every portrait mode photo that I clicked from the Redmi K20 Pro. Overall, I like the photos from the native camera app in the Redmi K20 Pro, but Google camera on this phone showed me it can be better. Okay, so next up we have the flip camera touting the Asus 6Z, which has made quite a splash in India because of its great pricing. So how does the Google camera mod fare on the Asus 6Z? Well, let's find out. So in daytime photos, the Asus 6Z does a fairly good job with its default camera app, as you can see. But the Gcam mod just adds some contrast and sometimes takes photos with better details. Just check out this next photo. And here, let's just zoom in on the leaves. See how it's all messed up in the default camera app? Well, in low light, I like how the Asus 6Z's default app minimizes the noise, but the Gcam mod just takes photos with better colors. Let's look at another photo. Now the huge difference comes when it comes to the portrait mode. In portrait mode, the Gcam photos have better blur, better edge detection and better details. Yeah, just better everything. As you can see in this photo, the default camera app captures very artificial portrait mode shots. So at the end of the day, I like the fact that the native camera app on the 6Z compares well against the Google camera mod in usual photos, but yeah, when it comes to portrait mode shots, it's just no match. Lastly, when it comes to budget flagships, we have the supremely popular Poco F1. And you know what? The Gcam mod on the Poco F1 makes everything better. In good light, the Gcam mod on the Poco F1 captures photos that have more contrast, better colors, and are sharper than the photos from the default MIUI camera. I mean, look at these comparisons. Better contrast in this comparison, better colors here, yeah, much better. And just look at this, just sharper photo. It's a huge difference in good light. In low light, the Gcam mod only slightly improves the contrast in the photos, so there's that. However, when it comes to the portrait mode, we are back to square one. The difference is massive. Just look at this photo here. The colors, the details, the blur, it's a huge difference. Here's another portrait mode shot that shows the same. It's amazing how much the Gcam mod improves photos on the Poco F1. I mean, if you own a Poco F1 and if you haven't installed the Google camera mod yet, well, you should install it right away. Trust me, you really should. Okay, so now that the budget flagships are out, it's time to move on to these budget phones and it's going to be super interesting. So let's start off with the very popular Redmi Note 7 Pro. And we all know that the cameras on the Redmi Note 7 Pro are very capable. So what difference does the Google camera mod make? Well, let's see some photos. Well, in good lighting, the Google camera mod does make a great impact. Take for example this photo. Now here the Gcam mod adds more contrast, but there's more. It cuts down on the oversaturation, as you can see in the trees. And look at the shadows on the road. It's just better with the Gcam mode. Now take a look at this next photo. As you can see here again, the Gcam photo has better contrast, colors and shadows. In low light, the Gcam mod does cut down on the oversaturation, but yeah, it's not a huge difference. Having said that, in portrait mode, it's the usual Xiaomi experience with the face smoothing going on. Well, the Gcam mod captures very detailed photos. In fact, too much detail, I think. So I like the difference Gcam makes in the Redmi Note 7 Pro camera. I mean, the Note 7 Pro has a high-end camera sensor. So Gcam plus that is just too awesome to have. So it's time to talk about one last phone. It's time to talk about the Realme 3 Pro. Now, if you've seen a review of the Realme 3 Pro, you'd know that the camera performance on this phone is great. So does the Gcam mod enhance the camera performance on this phone? Well, let's find out. As you can see in this photo, the Realme 3 Pro's camera captures a very dramatic photo, but it's very unreal. The Gcam photo captures photos with more natural colors, and I think that's better. The same is the case in this photo as well. As you can see, the Gcam mod cuts down on the oversaturated colors here, and it's definitely the more nicer photo of the two. You know, like things are pretty similar between the Realme 3 Pro's native camera app and the Google camera. I mean, it's pretty close in these photos, right? Well, moving on to the portrait mode, and like every other phone that we have tested, the portrait mode has a lot of difference. In this comparison, I like the photo with the native camera, but let's just zoom in. Well, there's the difference for you. Here's another example. Again, if you zoom in, you will see that the Gcam portrait mode captures a lot more detail. So yeah, I like the cameras on the Realme 3 Pro, but yeah, Gcam mod just makes almost everything better. Well, that was a lot of photos, right? Well, after seeing all these photos, one thing is particularly clear to me. The Google camera is truly the ultimate camera king. Google's camera app that has been brought to so many phones by third-party developers shows that the camera on smartphones isn't all about fancy hardware or high megapixel camera sensors. It's all about combining a good camera sensor with a great software. Gcam just improves photos on all the phones we tried it on. A budget phone, a mid-ranger, or a budget flagship. The Google camera app makes sense on all of them. In some devices, it improves the contrast and the colors. In some devices, it improves the details and the sharpness. And when it comes to portrait mode, you need Gcam on all of the phones out there. Well, it's time now to talk about our sponsors for this video. Dr. Phone Restore Social App. The Restore Social app is the tool you need to back up, restore and transfer your WhatsApp data. The biggest feature of Restore Social is that you can use it to transfer your WhatsApp chats, including the media you have in WhatsApp from an iPhone to an Android phone and vice versa. Now, we have tried this feature and it works perfectly, so yeah, this is a super handy feature. Dr. Phone Restore Social app is available for Windows and Mac, and while it's available in a free trial, you will need its license, which starts at around $20 to transfer or backup chats. So what are you waiting for? Check out Dr. Phone Restore Social app from the link in the description down below. Well, if you want to install the Gcam mod on any of these phones out here or any other Android device that you might have, make sure to check out a detailed article from the link in the description down below. Anyway, how do you like this video? Tell us in the comment section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and make sure to share it with your friends. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.